For years, lawmakers have been accused of accepting bribes in exchange for their support on key legislation. The allegations have caused outrage and raised questions about the integrity of the country's democratic processes. One of the earliest recorded instances of alleged bribery dates back to 2005, when lawmakers were considering a constitutional amendment to remove term limits. It seemed like a done deal, with each member of parliament allegedly receiving 5 million shillings to vote in favor of the amendment. The move was a clear case of throwing money at the problem, which paved way for President Museveni to run for re-election. Fast forward to 2011. Opposition lawmakers received 20 million shillings wired to their accounts for the Prosperity for All mobilization. 2 months before the end of their tenure, they did not take the bait and instead called out the government's attempt to buy their support. However, it was the 2017 age limit amendment that really stirred up a hornet's nest. Lawmakers received 29 million shillings each for consultations on removing the presidential age cap. The move was seen as a power play by President Museveni, and many lawmakers were caught in the crossfire. In 2020, Uganda's parliamentarians received 20 million each as part of the COVID-19 emergency facilitation amid the pandemic. This move cultivated public debates, with President Museveni condemning it as immoral given the country's struggles to support hospitals, procure PPE and manage lockdowns. He ordered MPs to return the funds. However, then Speaker of Parliament Rebecca Kadaga defended the payout, stating that Parliament had authorized it to support MPs' efforts in their constituencies. This stance widened the rift between her and State House, making her vulnerable ahead of the 2021 speakership battle. Her defiance alienated not only Museveni but also a growing faction within the NRM seeking a more compliant parliament, and in 2021 lost the speakership seat. She was replaced by the late Jacob Oulanyah. Perceived as more alienated with the president's camp, sources within the NRM revealed that MPs received certain amount of cash to vote against Kadaga during the speakership campaigns. The allegations snowballed in 2022 when reports emerged that lawmakers had received 40 million shillings each to pass a supplementary budget containing 77 billion shillings for State House. The move was a clear case of quid pro quo, with lawmakers allegedly receiving rewards for their loyalty to the ruling party. In 2023, lawmakers were also accused of receiving 100 million shillings each to pass a 5.2 trillion shillings supplementary budget. Speaker Anita Among dismissed the allegations as mere fabrications. But the incident raised further questions about the integrity of Uganda's parliament, with many labeling it a house of cards. The most recent allegation surfaced yesterday, April 8, 2025, when lawmakers were accused of receiving financial bailouts for passing the Coffee Amendment Bill. Leader of opposition Joel Senyonyi accused ruling NRM lawmakers and select opposition members of receiving payments. It should be noted that the House had 342 NRM MPs. If all of them took the money as alleged, it amounts to 34 billion 200 million shillings.